Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso with Integral here, sharing another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Many of you are concerned with what's going on with the government and internet security and privacy. Recent legislation has been overturned that will allow ISPs to freely give out your personal information without asking your permission. This includes addresses, social security numbers, and any information that they've obtained. This information won't fall into the hands of hackers, but it could very well fall into the hands of those that are wanting to target advertising to you. While this may scare you, you need to keep in mind that none of your information is really private anyway. Many of us use websites such as Google and Facebook, and they are notorious for tracking your information and targeting ads based on websites that you visit on the internet. What can you do? Well, you can completely disconnect from the internet, but that's not a feasible option for a lot of you out there. So I've come up with some ways of how you can keep your information safe while browsing the internet. Let's take a look and see what you can do to keep safe while you're on the internet. Now, obviously, to get on the internet, all of us use a web browser to interact, but also we have to use internet service provider to do what we need to do. What you can do to prevent your internet service provider from seeing your habits is to use what's called a VPN, which stands for a virtual private network. Now, there's a program out there called CyberGhost, which is available for Windows, Macintosh, Apple iOS devices, and Android devices, and Linux devices. But the way it works is you download this app or this program onto your computer, and CyberGhost creates a private tunnel, almost like you would be a POW in a Vietnam or a World War II camp. You basically tunnel underneath your internet signal using the VPN. That way your activity is kept private and your ISP can't find out what information you're using on the internet. So again, first thing you can do is to use a VPN to surf the internet using a program like CyberGhost. Now, it's free to download, but they do have subscription services which you have to pay for in order to keep your information private. The next thing you can do is change how you search on the internet. Websites such as Google and Facebook track your search habits. So there are several search engines that you can use in addition, or I should say, instead of Google. The first one of these is Yippee, which is created by a nonprofit group. But Yippee is a great way that you could search the internet and not worry about being tracked from your search engine results. The next thing you can do is use DuckDuckGo as a search engine. Great alternative to Yahoo, Google, and even Bing, because all of those sites track you. Finally, you could go use iXQuick, which is another search engine that won't monitor your searching habits on the internet. Now, what about those pesky web browsers? What can you do about that? Because they definitely can be used to track your information. Pretty simple. We're already in Google Chrome right now, so I can show you what you can do in Chrome in order to keep private. Now, if you want to change your privacy settings or tracking settings in Chrome, pretty simple. You just go up to the hamburger menu in Chrome, and once you're in the menu, you can go to settings. Once you're under settings, you want to go to advanced settings, and what we want to do is to turn off send do not track requests when you're browsing. So basically it tells the website not to track your information when you surf the web. Now, what about you out there that are using Firefox as a browser? Pretty simple. Let's click on Firefox. Once Firefox opens, you can go to the menu bar at the top, and let's get on that. And from tools, you can go to options. Once you're under options in Firefox, what you want to do is you want to go to privacy, and you want to make sure that you have use tracking protection in Windows. Also, you can go into manage your do not track settings and make sure that use do not track is on. And then let's hit cancel. Finally, let's take a look at Microsoft Edge. So we've got Edge, which is this icon here. Under Edge, you want to go to the three-dot menu in the upper corner of the screen. And if we could find our mouse, we can click on it. Once you're in the menu, you want to go to Settings. And once you're under Settings, we want to scroll down to View Advanced Settings. And once we're under Advanced Settings, we want to go to Send Do Not Track Request and make sure that it is on. By default, it is off, but you want to make sure that it's on so that you can use Edge to surf privately. Now, I did not mention Internet Explorer because Internet Explorer is a non-supported browser, so it's best that you would use either Bing, Firefox, or not Bing, but Edge, Firefox, and Chrome to do your surfing as opposed to using the outdated Internet Explorer if you want to keep yourself safe. Finally, after we minimize this, we have to worry about websites tracking our cookies. So, to make sure that that doesn't happen, we need to use a program like CCleaner, which will go through and clean out all of our cookies, and it will do it for all our browsers. Now, if you're an old standby and want to use Internet Explorer, as you can see, CCleaner will clean out the cookies from Internet Explorer. But cookies are basically used to track your surfing habits. So a program like CCleaner can go through and clean out those old cookies on a regular basis, so that way when you're surfing the internet, you're not being tracked. There you have it. Hopefully these tools will help you keep your information private when surfing the internet. Now keep in mind, it's virtually impossible to protect all of your information when you're surfing the internet, but using these steps that I've listed below, you can definitely go through and block a lot of the stuff that your internet service provider and websites such as Facebook and Google use in order to sell to advertisers who target advertising to you. So as always, if you've got comments or questions about this tech tip, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. You can check out more great tech tip videos like this one at our YouTube channel at Integral On-Site and Online Tech Support. We're all over social media, so check us out there. And always take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile.